Hi there YouTube, Sad Womble here. Oh, where to start? The era of Pepsi. Really, Pepsi? You just couldn't see that this was going to be a bad idea from the word go? I mean, we'll start from the most basic point. You delivered this trailer, this advert dropped on the date of the assassination of Martin Luther King. Now, who on earth thinks that an advert based on social unrest to sell any product, doesn't matter if it's fizzy water or trousers, because I'm from the UK, or houses or anything, any advert that's designed to sell you something that's based on civil unrest, that's then delivered to the public on the day of the assassination of probably the greatest civil rights leader the world has ever seen, how's that ever going to be a good idea? Just tell me, who on earth can think that's going to have positive repercussions? Yay, Martin Luther King was killed. Let's celebrate with a Pepsi. Yeah, that's not going to go down well. And then you add in the modern societal problem of all the riots and protests that we're getting at the moment, with the Women's March and the anti-Trump rallies and the Black Lives Matter rallies and the general rallies around the world against this and against that and against the other. We're living in a culture at the moment that loves to protest and to riot. Everything's about rioting. Now, the thing is, it's actually a really small number of people that riot, and these people are more likely to loot your product than to actually buy it. So even that's a stupid idea. And all the rest of us that don't loot or riot, you know what? We'd rather not think about it. You know, it may be a small-minded view, but I'd rather not think about the fact that my place might be ransacked and blown up and burnt down by rioters just on a whim because somebody doesn't like something. How is that a good message? Now, people have been talking a lot about the message of Kendall Jenner, the way the advert runs, in that basically, you know, all these people are marching and then one guy gives her a little bit of a look and she goes, yeah, I'm going to march too. And then she walks up to the front and she solves the problem with a Pepsi. Go Jenner. Go Kyle Jenner. I'm sorry if I get her name wrong. I don't follow the Kardashians and I haven't got it written down. But you know, and then she solves it with a can of Pepsi. This, Nancy, I actually see this. I'm from Britain. We like to see things in a slightly different way. How do I see it? Well, I see huge march going on. Guy looks at her and goes, yeah, we're about to riot. Oh, yeah, baby. So she goes, oh, crap. So she grabs a soft drink and she gives it to the cop. Now, I see it as though single white pretty girl giving it to the cop. In other words, when you beat up all these other people, don't beat me up because I've just given you a can of cola. Yeah, now you see, that's not necessarily the view that everyone else has taken. I grant you, it's not a view that I've seen anyone else espouse. There's a good word on the internet, but it's another way to view it. And none of this looks good on Pepsi, and none of this looks good on Thingy Kardashian, whatever her name is. Kyle Jenner? No, I actually can't remember her name. It's pathetic, isn't it? But on the other hand, that's good because it means her brand can't be damaged. I was reading a news article where they were saying, oh, but what about the fact that, you know, Pepsi have put the point of saying, oh, we're really sorry we put Kylie Jenner into this situation. I'm probably getting her name wrong every single time. And it's, how dare we put her in this situation? Yeah, how dare you, speak to someone's representatives, offer them huge amounts of money, and then force them. Oh, God, can you imagine? The poor girl, she was forced onto the plane, forced to make that advert, forced to have all the people pamper her, forced to have all that money, and probably had script approval. She approved of all of it. And if it had gone down well, wow, would she have been a hero. Everyone would have been saying, yeah, she's really with it and fantastic and one of the people, yay her. But it didn't work, did it? And And this is the danger. This is the crux of the problem. Advertisers should never involve a brand with politics or activism. You just shouldn't, because if you misjudge it, you're just going to have the whole thing blow up in your face. And at best, it's going to have cost you a fortune and you then can't use the advert. And at worst, people are going to boycott your product, which is not a good thing. But the other thing is, everyone who, even if it works out, everyone who approves of you was probably drinking your product anyway. And anyone who approves of you, they will like your product. But now all those people who drank your product but don't approve of your situation, now they might walk away from you. So you actually run the risk of damaging your own brand. Any brand should just be light and frothy and bubbly and nonsense and completely non-partisan, because you're always going to piss off the half of the people you don't agree with. If you nail everything to say Trump is fantastic, then all the anti-Trump people are going to hate you. If you nail yourself to anti-Trump, everyone who is pro-Trump is going to hate you. It's a zero-sum game. It's never going to work. What you want to say is, we love everyone. Now, this has also been referenced in other adverts, in other people talking about these things. Let's think for a second about, again, activism. Let's think about the nearest advert you can get, which is the classic Coca-Cola advert from, I think it was the late 60s, early 70s. I want to teach the world to sing. I want to get the world a Coke. Now, if you think about that, you think, oh, that's the same. We've just modernised it for Kendall Jenner. Got a name right. For Kendall Jenner. We've just modernised it. No, think about how that advert worked. You had a group of young people from every ethnicity at the time. There were black kids and white kids and boys and girls and Hispanics and Asians. Everyone was there. And I haven't got it in front of me, so there were probably more ethnicities that I can't remember. But they were all there, isolated on a hill, bright sunny day, all drinking their Coke, basically saying, we want the world to be fantastic. Now, that is an acceptable message, because you show me anyone who doesn't kind of want the world to be great. Evil dictators want the world to be great in their image. Happy-go-lucky hippies want the world to be great in their image. Supermodels want the world to be great in their image. Hell, me, I want the world to be great in my image. I want everything to be moonbeams and rainbows and happy penguins and puppies and kittens. It would be fantastic. And that was the image that Coke was selling with the I want to give the world a Coke advert. It was just a group of people in an isolated location. So, nothing to say this was part of a riot or a problem, but it was the perfect, if you like, activism ad. So if you're going to do activism, you have to do it in a completely non-partisan way, which is really tricky, which is why that's kind of the only advert that ever managed it. However, if you're going to do it by literally trying to grab the current 2017 zeitgeist of people complaining and moaning, how's that ever going to work? Really, Pepsi? How was that ever going to work? Could you not see that this was just one big clusterfuck waiting to happen? Really? I mean, this was never going to end well. You were always going to annoy people for no other reason, additionally, of course, that we're full of special snowflakes who get cross and upset about anything. And, who are the biggest special snowflakes around at the moment? They would be the people who protest at the moment. So you're actually targeting yourself at the special snowflakes. I mean, really? Targeting the people that are likely to complain and moan the most? Really? Could nobody see this? Could nobody realise this? And the answer is no, nobody could, because they're all so out of touch. Maybe this will prove to be an abject lesson. Maybe this will go down in history in its way, like the Coca-Cola advert I was talking about. It will get put down in textbooks and in training courses for these people in a, for God's sake, never do this again. And you know what? That's the point. For God's sake, Pepsi and the wider advertising audience and industry, just don't do it again. Maybe you've won the war this time, maybe you haven't. But you know what? Just step away and let's go back to having happy-go-lucky, fluffy adverts with puppies and kittens. Thank you.